welcome to the news.
Welcome to another Thursday, the news, and it's NFT NYC week.
We're
Welcome.
not there.
Yeah,
We're
I was supposed to be there, but I'm here.
It's okay.
Yeah,
There's a lot going on there and here.
definitely.
So we've got a great show for y'all today. We got Allie at Cardano Women backstage right now. We got a little bit of news to talk about. We got Stella peeking in off the side there. It's all happening. Tyler's got some art prints. We've got cool videos to watch. Got a crying baby. Got everything.
Poor Desmond.
Yeah, he hit his head during the news intro. So
Oh no, really? Oh no.
he hits his head every day. It's not. It's just,
Baby thing.
What's up, OG Sean?
Hey, welcome.
There's no crying in the newsroom. That's what Mr. Pistachio said.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we're gonna get in trouble for that. We'll see.
He did not like when we decided to have a baby, or when I fell pregnant. Mr. Pistachio was very upset because he wants to be the only one that could ever cry at the studio. But of course, he would never cry. Of course, he would never. But he reserves the right to.
Yeah, he tries to make us cry a lot, but then if we cry, he gets angrier.
If you cry, you might get fired.
It's
So
horrible.
Yeah.
you just have to pretend that you like whatever he's,
Yeah, you just gotta go with it.
Yeah.
Pretty tough. It's a tough place to work. All right. Well, let's get right to it. I think you guys ready?
Well, so let's bring out the news.
Yeah. Let's try it out. The news.
I'm totally rewriting my brain to not expect nonsense first. It's
Nonsense later.
Whole nonsense later. Yeah.
Not normal for us. All right, but we also have a very special guest anchor who we're going to bring out as well. So let's do it. What's up?
Hey.
I love having the balance of lady anchors. Last week I had a lady anchor. The week before,
It's been a good time.
We're equaling out.
Girls versus boys. Who has the most news or something? I don't know.
Who's got the most interesting news? Who's got the
the
juiciest
news?
news?
Yeah, no
Absolutely. I feel like you would win though, because it's kind of your program. It's what you guys do. But
True, it's unfair. We're primed to be looking for that, just like you would be primed to win the most empowering stories of womanhood.
oh gosh.
Actually, I just saw a story that was so nice that made me think of Cardano women yesterday. I'll have to send it to you. It's about Marilyn Monroe and Ella Fitzgerald.
Oh yeah.
Fun.
They
I can love all of that.
Rad. Well, let's pop right
Old school.
into this news.
Pop it up.
So we've got some audio.
Did
Apparently,
you guys send that to us?
there's no document. We're flying by the
Okay.
seat of our pants today.
Sounds good.
So here is a video.
We're going strong.
Do you want to preface?
Yeah, I'll
this?
preface it. We're going strong with Cardano Girls still. It's still happening. Well, we haven't talked since Cardano Girls V2 happened.
Right.
Cardano Girls released a second video, and there was a primed,
Should
organized,
show some of that.
beautiful attack of amazing women all over the timeline, all primed to press the button at the exact same time.
It was a
And
beautiful
it
attack.
went really well. Everybody did it at the same time, and just so many amazing videos and so much fun content being created off of the back of that. And I think it sort of created a renaissance, like a sort of a feeling with everyone, we can make our own marketing for Cardano. We don't need to wait for IOHK. We don't need to wait for all of these people to do it. Let's just start doing it ourselves to some extent. So
Yeah, Instagram is always doing it about. How many times do you see brands resharing the content that regular users end up sharing? You'll get the lucky one who shares Nike or
a subscription box,
Yeah.
see somebody just doing it and they like it. Yeah.
Def.
And then we have Rick McCracken becoming an honorary Cardano girl with his amazing transition videos. He's so good at these. This is just one of them. But it's like, so I don't get it. Like, people have said things about these videos like, oh, these are cringe. And it's like, I don't even understand how this is just like, this is
I haven't seen it yet.
They're just jealous that they're not having fun.
I know.
Yeah, people
I know.
People
Call fun cringe. They really do. Like, they call cool shit.
Because they're not having it, you know?
Exactly. But hurt people. Yeah. All right, here we go.
Cardano's upcoming Chang hard fork will provide some of the most significant changes we've seen yet, including on-chain governance, community access to over 1 billion ADA treasury, and the Plutus V3 language, which enhances performance, throughput, smart contract size, and platform capabilities.
Gum chewing at the end.
What am I watching? What just happened?
It's edutainment at its
But what
finest.
is the first thing?
I guess it's just a popular video.
What is it?
Just, yeah, I mean,
Just
we should
something
ask Rick what the OG for this is, because I do want to see that now.
I want you. Okay, I get it.
I mean, it's just, I think it's just them spitting gum into each other's mouths.
It's paper.
Or
It's
something.
the paper.
Oh,
It says want on it. She
Oh,
took it into her mouth.
nice. I thought it was gum.
Interesting. Okay. Cool.
Mhm.
Cool. We've got other Cardano.
Just posted one today too.
What?
Yeah, I saw one
Today.
Oh, really? Oh,
We're gonna
nice.
have to watch that.
Yeah.
All right, take a look at this one.
Oh, my. We're Cardano girls. Of course we didn't miss CNFT Con just because we were 8 months pregnant. Look at Dada. Look at Dada. We're Cardano girls. Of course our babies learn to talk by listening to Twitter Spaces. We're Cardano girls. Of course we have a life-size wall hanging of our project in our living space. We're Cardano girls.
Well, there you have it. It's real. And the life-size wall hanging is right behind me. There's
Tyler.
He was really jealous, actually. He's like, oh snap. Like, that's a really nice, like, visual. Like, oh,
Yeah. See how big it is?
Yeah, we were like, what do we have in our house that's interesting looking? Okay, the baby's room, that'll drive home the point about that. And we have these freaking huge CNFT Con hangings from the booths. So
I like it.
I'm glad we kept it up.
That was a fun one. Okay, so we got that
It was
now
like seeing a tea con at your house all of the time.
all the time.
Down here, this is the DGen basement, you know, like all the DGen stuff is down here.
Boys, you're with.
Oh, I haven't seen this. I'm so
Oh,
excited.
wow, he really takes it and runs with it. So it's, let me just get the stats
I feel like
here.
I learned something from all these.
It is
for sure.
1 second of whatever this first thing is, and then a minute and 45
Oh,
seconds
my.
of whatever he has to say.
Well, we'll just watch the beginning of it.
You get a good second of if you're a guy, keep scrolling. Let's see.
If you're a guy, keep scrolling.
All right, boys, you're with me now. Cardano has DX. Check this out. So for DEXs on Cardano, we have MinSwap. You also have DEX Hunter, which is a DEX aggregator. You got Axo Trading, which has programmable swaps. You got Sunday Swap, and there's many other swaps, Wing Riders, and so forth. You got JPEG Store for NFTs. So if you want to buy, sell, trade NFTs, that's over on JPEG Store. You got Liquid, which is a lending protocol.
I can just
LendFi,
also another
doing
this
big favorite lending protocol here in Cardano. You got Indigo, which is a synthetics protocol. I can't listen anymore of that. I already know all that, Rick. Thank you for educating people, though. Awesome.
I like it.
And there's actually one more, but
Hilarious.
you know, we've gone.
Didn't see.
Yeah, I saw one with fart, I think.
There it is. That's the
The
one.
butt. Okay.
Oh, and maybe another one then too.
Did you know Cardano has liquid staking?
Let's do it again.
Did you know Cardano has liquid staking?
You know, there is one more with,
Wallet.
I think it's fart.
always
You have to
spendable.
scroll down
It's
to.
never locked, and it earns
taking
ADA
now.
rewards.
We should
And guess
also
what
cut out
else?
for, like,
No slashing.
wait,
Just buy some ADA, bro.
the knife
I like
on
that
side.
knife. Yeah, makes it spicy.
All right, you got any more for us, Rick?
Oh
Nah,
yeah, this
is it-
one, of
is it-
course. This is the
That's
original
the one.
Comments.
That was good.
Girls. Of course we're gonna fight the virgins in the comments.
Speaking of virgins, We're stake pool operators. Of course we run Mithril. But if you don't, check out the link in the next post for instructions.
Well,
Very
that was
good.
a fun montage. I'm glad we got to
Yeah,
watch them
yeah,
all
I
in
like
one
that.
sitting as they
He's
were.
really good at it. Like,
Yeah.
This is his calling. Like, this is his
Yeah.
way to make
Yeah,
even
look at
more
that.
like easy content.
So
everyone.
I wanted to find the Cardano Girls 2, the official one.
Oh,
Let's just go to
just
Lily.
yeah.
You can see other
I
people
just
hopping on
go to
here.
Lily's page
Yeah.
and then
Speaking of the news of Lily getting a job at IOHK,
right.
Oh wow, I didn't hear that.
crazy! That's
This is number
awesome.
That's
one.
awesome.
They made a good move there.
Just scroll for.
Yeah, you'll have to scroll a bit. There's
Yeah,
a
we probably should have
lot-
pulled a link for
lot
this.
been happening.
Well, you
I
can.
usually go to like the media and then it pulls up all of the media. So if you go up to the top, click media,
Oh, smart.
Right.
Lower,
and then
lower,
lower,
lower.
lower. She does a lot of comments. I'm
Oh, I
guessing
think
it's
that's it. That's
that
it.
one.
2 minutes. Yep.
All right, we've done it. Let's see.
We're Cardano girls. Of course Charles Hoskinson is in our DMs.
We're Cardano girls. Of course we're so spiritual when we touch grass relentlessly.
We're Cardano girls. Of course we're gonna fight the virgins in the comments.
We're Cardano girls. Of course we eat our hot dogs with all the toppings.
We're Cardano girls. Of course we listen to Spaces while we drive our kids around.
Mom, I think you're in a cult.
We're Cardano girls. Of course we don't get FOMO. We create it.
We're Cardano girls. Of course our favorite animals are bison. And whales.
We're Cardano girls. Of course we've got plans on a Saturday night. Cheers.
We're Cardano girls. Of course we take engagement farming seriously.
We're Cardano girls. Of course we own 4% of the supply.
We're Cardano girls. Of course we homeschool our kids. It's decentralized education. Carol, could you please lead us in the pledge?
Using that whiteboard.
Decentralized, research-driven, permissionless functional programming used to sell blockchains.
Very good. All right, everyone, please open your Book I.O. apps to the Iliad, Book 5.
We're Cardano girls. Of course we sit and observe crypto event.
We're Cardano girls. Of course we have a project hat for every bad hair day.
Damn, that's a lot of hats.
We're Cardano girls. Of course we do our own research and ask the questions that matter. Hey babe, if the essence of you was in a fruit, what fruit would you be?
We're Cardano girls. Of course we meditate outside.
Very good, very good.
I'm so glad the sheer amount of merch was showed off in this one because I mean we have so many drawers that are just like mostly and then forget about it. If you get a large shirt or something, if that's what they had and you end up with a large, that's taking up a lot of your your drawer.
Well, yeah, it was like my retail self trying to like fold everything and just having it all. I've kind of given up on that. Just trying to have it aesthetically pleasingly pretty. I've just gone to just hanging.
Simpler that way. Definitely the way to go. All right, we got some more news here to get through. So a couple little things here. I heard from Yummy Universe that something that we were just discussing recently is happening. We were wondering if these season 1 Yummy cards were going to be worth anything anymore, because that's all that I own.
That's the one.
I got a full set of the very first drop. We got the physical cards. I saw those recently. They're upstairs.
I know, me too. Yeah. And we love Yummy. It's just that it was one of those things that we didn't have money at that time, and then we felt like we were too out of it.
Yeah. But at least we're going to have some cards. So any of those season 1 cards are going to be replaced or updated with cards that work with the Yummy game.
Damn, those are going to be rare too. Because I know they did release a card not too long ago too. That was supposed to be really rare, and I think it had like the same supply of 200.
Oh, really? Is that right? Very
They
good.
had like a special artist do a card, and I think it was 200 supply.
I like that. I like that. Okay, what else we got?
It's giving me Pokemon vibes, but better and cuter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it goes in there.
It seems like they're like super active outside of the space. Like I might have said it before, but like I always see like, for some reason I follow them on Facebook. I don't even know why I go on Facebook sometimes, but every time I do, like they always have like posts and stuff up.
They're active on Instagram and everything. No, and I think I remember that from the first CNFT con. I was like, hey, would you happen to have any more of those plushies? Because I kind of really, really want
Same,
one.
yeah.
Now that my luggage, I've made room, can I squeeze it in? They're like, oh, we're actually taking some of these to Comic-Con. And I was like, oh, you guys got another conference after this? So like, yeah, they're pretty active in Web 2, and I think that's pretty cool. But I also I don't know. It's interesting that they kind of have to go back and forth between here's what we're doing in Web 3 and then here's what we're doing in Web 2.
Yeah, true.
Don't fud us. Like, we're still here. We're still active. We're just taking a really long time because there's a decent sized team, but still kind of small.
True, yeah. I think you're right too. Maybe like more, I don't know, consistency isn't the right word, but like make it easier to follow what they're doing. Because like I feel like with them, it seems like they disappear for a little bit and they come back, which I mean might be their plan too. But
it could be, yeah. But I've seen a lot of people expressing that they would like to see more Yummy, on the thing, especially when people are evaluating the success and strength of a project based off of floor prices, which I think is kind of unfair just because
it's not
you collected it. If anything, I always hear Hero saying just, I expect my NFTs to go down to 0, but I appreciate everything else that's going on afterwards.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, that's smart. That's very smart. Yeah.
I always expect it to go to 0.
Except Space Buds. I feel like there's some, like maybe Space Buds and Clay, maybe like, I don't know.
Oh, for sure. I think that it's admirable when you see that people put a lot of value behind what is being done and what they're actively doing. I think that Clay's, also being pretty active in Web 2 is kind of nice to recognize.
I just think that one of the only things that can keep a floor as like a almost definite thing is like if it's one of the first ones and they're still going.
A little bit. I mean, you've got Ape Society that has pretty high floor. You've also got, it always surprises me. The Block is Hot. Like, I didn't hear much about them until like someone was like, oh yeah, I have this jelly cube and it's like OG. And I was like, wait, I've been in this space for so long. Like, there's still so much of the timeline I don't see. And then I was like, oh, maybe I can go, sweep one off the floor and get one too, because it's kind of cute jelly cube. And then I was like, oh shit, that's my mortgage. Never mind.
Wait, really? I think that expensive.
But it'd be nice to, enter in and stuff like that. So I've got a wish list going.
That's the way to do it, honestly. And then slowly over time.
Might just get lucky. Good deal. So let's see. I really just have one more thing I wanted to pop up. Oh, Tyler, we wanted to show off some of your work as well.
Yeah, show off the.
Let's see your stuff. What do you got?
So I'm hoping to launch it tomorrow. I've been tweeting about it for like 2 months, but I keep going back and forth. But I got prints made.
We definitely need that in the DGen basement.
I mean, they're pretty big. They're like 17.
Looking at the sun.
Looking into the sun. And then handle with care. It's kind of hard. There's a lot of glare in there. And then,
Got some diamonds are a girl's best friend vibes. That one's, I mean, that's my favorite one.
And I mean, these are all pieces I've released before. But then this one from Angel Baby Hit Squad that I edited a little bit, changed it to Meta Virtues as the title for that one. And then, so the way it's going to work is all of them, they come with.
What's up, Zachary? What's up, Space K? What's up, Gloria? Love y'all. Thanks for being here.
Sorry, I should have planned this a little better. But they come with, they all come with NFT verification, like certificates of authenticity. like similar to like a real world authentic certificate of authenticity. They come in like these little cool paper wallets that I designed. This is for something else, but this is a terrible. I gotta plan this better next time for next week.
That's okay. It's real.
Yeah, true.
This is your setup, getting it all packed up and mailed out.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be cool. And the other thing is, one cool thing I have set up is I have rolling discounts for past holders. So actually, if I go onto it real quick, so you're able to log into the shop with your wallet. And if you have certain old NFTs that I've released or ones that I've worked on at different points, you'll get discounts on the orders. So I think at first, anyone with an Angel Baby Hit Squad will get I think it was 20% off.
Oh, damn, that's a good discount.
That is a good discount.
A bigger discount for. Actually, sorry, it might be 15.
That's a really good idea. Like discounts for actual physical prints based on NFTs. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's because I was having trouble trying to figure out. I mean, a lot with opening a shop. I've never really sold anything before, and a lot of projects put stuff out all the time, and I really wanted to try to remember give something back to the people. I mean, not give something back, but they're part of the family. They've been collecting my work, so why not? Just
have access to something.
And this is gonna change, but I just want to show this quick too, because this is how I try not to self-promote this much, but
gotta do it sometimes.
Damn.
There we are.
Now can we? Oh, okay. So I get
so this is. So I mean, this is just to show how the different the holder discounts will work. So at launch, RTA Exploring will have 35% off, and I think there's 9 of those, so it's up a little higher.
Nice.
Angel Baby Hit Squad will have 15, and then 109. I'm not sure if it'll be forever or if it'll be one of the top ones, but 109 will always have the top
discount
percentage off, of course. But then you see these rolls. So at the end of the month, this one will switch out for Looking Into the Sun. So depending on. Sorry. I've been working on it every second I have. Right up until the stream.
Well, the shop page is looking great. I've seen that on my own, poked around.
On mobile and desktop.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, honestly, that you don't even have to get anything from the shop. But when I launch it, everyone should check out the mobile version because I spent a month. It's such a cool design.
It is.
I think, but
we'll definitely check it out.
Definitely
great.
But,
mad props to you. I think that's really something admirable. And I totally feel you on working on something every minute. You live and breathe it. It's really cool. I actually still have this stuff from CNFT Con this past year that you gave me.
Yeah.
So the little card. This kind of this card, yeah.
Yeah, non-fungible card.
I have it hung up. I have a little mantle sort of thing that has some of my small trinkets. I have my clay token over there. I have quite a few things over there. And so
Same here actually. Mine's up there.
So when does the shop drop? When can we shop?
Hopefully tomorrow.
Ooh.
I think tomorrow.
Oh damn.
I mean it's not a big it's not yeah. It was supposed to be 2 weeks ago, but things happen.
It's cool. It is big. I mean, don't undersell yourself. I think it's pretty awesome. You put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into it. Where can we checking it out?
Space K's into it.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I think it makes sense it's a good use for NFTs, authentication.
It is, yeah. And discounts, honestly. I would love it if these NFTs, most of these NFTs I had were giving me discounts on IRL art to
I like how you're bringing up the point. It's difficult for artists to blend both of the worlds, right? A lot of artists are like, well, I'm really tied to my physical pieces, so I don't know why would somebody want this picture online? I mean, you could just right click save it, right? And then I saw someone post the other day, because NFT NYC is going on right now, but so is an IRL event called Art Expo New York, and it's like pretty big, massive. It's kind of like a precursor for a lot of the other art events that lead up to the end of the year Art Basel. So someone was taking a video and was just like, how can you right click save this? Because it's like a little framed glass work piece. And inside of that frame is like a video interactive art thing.
Like the 3D
you can't really
type thing.
that.
Yeah.
I'll take a picture of it with my phone, but it's not gonna, then it's a still photo and it doesn't come off the same way.
Yeah.
I think that's also some really exciting things that I saw at Art Basel last year. I was looking at this art piece and the woman's like, a woman comes around and she's like, oh, you can touch it. And I was like, what do you mean I can touch it? Like if I touch it and I break it, the last thing that I remember hearing as a kid is if you break it, you buy it. And that would terrify me. And she's like, no. I'm a rep for the booth here. Feel free, just touch here, here, here. And I was touching it. And as soon as I touched it, it did like this reaction to I was like, oh snap! Like it touched the flower and then it bloomed and it showed birds and butterflies. I was like, this is
wow.
You can't replicate.
Sounds awesome.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, there's so much.
Yeah, I'd love to get out there.
Good on you. I like it.
All right. One more story, then we're going into some nonsense, and we'll hear all about Cardano women. So yeah, just wanted to share this because they keep dropping new stuff. This is that Project Face or the Face Codex.
Have you guys been keeping up with this?
I mean, they constantly are dropping like the kind of stuff that I like. So
it reminds me of like Threefold Bold,
yeah,
like
and kind of old money-ish,
like the sort of just like weird,
ominous
bits of story.
Face.
Let's see. This looks. I saw Nick Cage.
Nicolas Cage, you know it.
Face.
You must find the 3 keys.
A key
of secret
knowledge. A key
of unknown technology.
And a
key of
ancient power.
It's your only chance, brother.
Face.
Okay. Quick and to the point. 3 keys. I don't know. It seems like it's all about that story right now.
And pizza.
Not seeing anything about NFTs beyond just the pizza box NFTs that went out to everybody. We got a pizza box, so we're like, okay, we're gonna pay. Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
I was like, am I cool? I don't know.
So it's probably building up to something. We'll just keep popping in as we go.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Let's do some nonsense. Nonsense when?
Later
Nonsense.
Now.
All right. So we're going to do a few nonsenses. And then we're going to find out some lies and truths from Ali Illustrated. So what am I going to ask you today? Oh, yeah, this is something I wanted to know about you. If you were a box of cereal, what cereal do you think you might like to be and why?
This is really hard, actually. Because
I'm going to ask you another one. Well, no, you need to just think about it.
I do need to think about this.
While you're thinking, it's kind of funny. I made a very controversial text this morning to a group chat praising Raisin Bran cereal.
I just ate Raisin Bran. I love Raisin.
I love Raisin Bran. It's like,
good.
It's very
That's what I lived off of for a good minute, the Raisin Bran, because it was like the only thing that was actually like kind of sweet and flavorful. I guess that I don't want to spoil my 2 truths and a lie, but we would have that with chocolate milk to be dessert.
Fascinating.
Hey, it works.
Yeah, chocolate covered raisins.
It was interesting.
Yeah.
See, I like Raisin Bran Crunch, but that's the only way I can do it. I cannot do regular Raisin Bran. Like I've got to have the crunch.
If I were a cereal, I think I would be Raisin Nut Bran because 1, it's the best cereal ever. 2, I'm a little
Is that
nutty,
that yogurt one?
So it just makes sense. It doesn't have yogurt, but it seems like it has yogurt. The raisins are
Oh yeah,
covered
the covered.
in-
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not yogurt, but
That's
it's something.
that is good for you. That is what cereal
It's really
you
good.
are.
It's almondy also, which is a little extra
The
flavor
raisins
profile.
are covered. The raisins have like a white. It looks like they're covered in white
It
chocolate,
looks
but
like
that's not what
yogurt,
it is.
but
Like
it's vegan, so I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But it's good stuff.
Yeah, I think
I
that
wanted to
is.
say Honey Nut Cheerios.
Oh,
I guess.
Oh
that's a good one.
I'm not gonna have
yes,
any pushback
that
here.
girl. That is what you are. That's a good one. We have some in our.
It's what I go to. It's like my safe. Like it's good. It's healthy, but it's also sweet.
And it's also
So,
classy. It's classy too.
yeah, it was either that or
So
Tricks.
fun.
Tricks are
Love
so
it.
good. Holy shit.
But does anyone remember, like way back when it was like instead of Cinnamon Toast Crunch being like the little squares with the cinnamon lines on it, there was one that was like literally in the shape of a French toast, and it was French.
Yes, I've seen that
Oh,
recently
yeah,
too.
yeah, those French toast.
I think they still
They
make
came
that.
back.
Oh shit! Okay.
So yeah, I was like, where are they? I was like, I swear this is not a Mandela effect or however which one it was. I was like, I remember seeing it. Where is it?
No, that's
And
real.
someone was just like, oh, we have this in like Canada, and I was like,
Raisin Nut Brand. In case
you're
you're
lucky.
wondering,
I'll cross the border for it.
almonds and covered raisins.
I think
what
that
covers the
looks-
raisins? No one knows, but they're covered and it's delicious.
I wouldn't think I would like that, but I actually do love that cereal. It's really good.
Honey Nut Cheerios. Yeah, okay. We'll put that down in your file here. Just make a note.
I guess maybe I'm like, what are they? Like Fruity Pebbles. I don't even like Fruity Pebbles that much, but like.
Oh yeah, you're definitely.
Fruity
yeah,
Pebbles or Fruit Loops, because Fruity Pebbles just seems like a Rice Krispie
Fruit Loops.
knockoff, just
Fruit
colorful.
Yeah,
Fruit Loops.
I would
Okay.
eat. Fruity Pebbles
I will-
seems less exciting.
I
to me.
love myself, so I'll say Fruit Loops because
Now, were the Pebbles brand, was that always Flintstone related?
I think it was
Was
always
it
a
like from the
Flintstone thing.
Yeah, there was like
beginning?
the chocolate one and then the
Flintstones?
colorful one, but I don't know
They
about
always
anything
had
else.
Flintstones.
The
There was
Flintstones are like the
Yeah.
people advertise because it's
They-
like
they-
rocks. And they eat
Flintstones
rocks,
created
I guess,
it.
because they're cave people.
Mhm.
Whatever. Let's move on.
They didn't realize they couldn't eat rocks because they're cave people.
All right, what else you got here?
Okay. Would you rather never eat watermelon again or have to eat it with every meal?
I would eat it with every meal.
It
I'm sorry. I like
Refreshing.
depends how much you have to eat. I would definitely eat it with
it's
every meal.
water.
Yeah.
It's like it's
Yeah.
replacing my glass of water,
Yeah.
it kind of in a way, but in a sweeter format.
Fair.
Grilled watermelon, watermelon with
true.
avocados.
Different
It's
preparation.
actually
Ooh,
really
yeah.
good
Make
with
it
the
into a
balsamic
drink.
vinaigrette
Ooh, oh my god, I have to try
Yeah.
that watermelon avocado.
with
That sounds
feta
great.
cheese as well.
Yeah.
That trifecta is. This is
Came
not. This is
prepared.
not. Just that whole trifecta is.
I'm having avocado. I'm having watermelon for every meal today.
We got to catch up on chat here. Raisin Nut Brand,
Oh,
let's go.
yeah.
From
Zachary.
Thank you. Love the mini French toast cereal. It's not good for you, but of course.
Oh, all of our cereals are testing well.
Anything with almonds is good. Good. Cut banana slices. I was probably talking about what our
Slices for sure.
yeah. Okay. Nuts are a good level up. And Space K likes clusters.
You heard it here. Get them clusters.
Good. We're caught.
Okay, great. Hold on. Okay. Would you rather, if you were going to live the rest of your life with a sailboat as your home or an RV as your home? Like they're both pretty pimped. I mean, yeah. Which one do you choose?
That's a hard one because.
But they're about the same size, like.
Yeah.
Whatever, like you know.
Living space wise.
I think I probably would go with the boat if I have the option to still be able to like wander around. Like I don't need an RV to wander around whatever.
No, yeah.
Then like yeah, I would probably go with a boat because then an RV would be limited in terms of like it's expensive to try to like cost ship over to another continent. And I've heard a lot of people talking about like road tripping from like Alaska all the way down to Argentina. And that sounds like a really amazing experience.
Wow. Can you imagine? Wow.
It's possible. I've talked to people who've talked about doing it or have talked to people who have done it.
Right.
Mhm.
just there might be little snags along the way just because border controls and stuff like that. I actually saw a video that the largest border that's not patrolled really or whatever is the Canadian border. I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Oh yeah, because it's huge. Yeah,
it's huge.
We got to get up there. I'm really close to Canada now.
They don't patrol it. You can just go across.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
that's what I
they
heard.
kind of patrol it. I dated a guy who's from Canada, and not Huli.
What's up, Huli? Not.
So living in Washington,
Yeah.
he was paddleboarding, and on the board, he somehow in the middle of the river crossed the border unknowingly, and got stopped on the other side. Like, was pulled over on the other side. Was like, "Did you know that you're in Canadian border?" He's like, "I'm a Canadian, but I live in the U.S. Like, I'm okay." And they made him walk all the way around with his board and everything, go back to the border, and then wait for his parents to come and pick him up with proof that he's a Canadian, but he lives in the United States. Like, it was a whole debacle, but it was hilarious.
That's the government for you.
There we go. Yeah. All right. So
okay, time for truths and lies.
We gotta test our
now.
Our
let's see. Here. Oh, Lollipop, what's up? I love you, girl.
She's one of my girls.
Oh, no.
Look how cute your picture is.
She's so cute.
Okay, so let's find out who is gonna know what Allie's poker face is.
Yes. So we need to hear 3 statements, 2 of which are true, 1 of which is not.
Or 2 of which are a lie. Which one did you do? 2 truths and a lie or 2 lies?
2 truths and a lie.
Okay. That's the classic.
Yeah.
It's up to us to guess which one's with. Feel free to guess in chat as well. We're going to need to ask the audience.
And she came up with these in 5 minutes before the show started because I forgot to remind her, and I want everyone to have them this season. So, mad props.
I had to quickly write it down before I forgot them. So let me go take a second and just refresh on that.
Oh, yeah.
It's wise to write them down.
Get my poker face on.
Yeah.
There's no difference
between
that's
the way you say
the
it.
fake one and the real one. It can come out. You got to read them all off in a same tone of voice. Can also help you figure out which is which a little bit if you can see the difference between what you've written down. Some people don't do enough details on the lie. This is just from what we've done a lot of these.
Sometimes reverse psychology,
that's true. They can try and trick you.
Jesse's did not have a lot of information on his true one. He said a ghost was hanging out the window.
We got the full story after.
Yeah. But I'm saying.
Well, I feel like that's a strategic thing, right? Is if you don't write down all of the information, then you can kind of play with it a little bit more.
That's true.
And he did a really good, he did a smart thing where his 2 lies really did happen to his friends or brother.
He's always very
so it was
like that.
It's going to sound true.
Interesting.
Something to think about. Make your lies your friends' stories. Yeah.
All right.
Well, I guess that is fair. I kind of forgot my lie because they're pretty good. But yeah. Are we ready? Are we locked in? Like roller coaster?
I'm locked in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, locked
in. I've been arrested. I have solo tripped in South Africa.
Hallucinated or you drove? Okay, you drove.
You drove. And I've worked on a multi-million-dollar satellite constellation.
Interesting.
Okay, a multi-million-dollar satellite constellation?
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, like what does that mean? Tell us what that means.
Well, so in space, there's all kinds of satellites. You've got DirecTV, you've got GPS stuff. But I don't know, some of them are really expensive, I guess.
Interesting.
So you worked for a company. You're saying you worked for a company that did that.
More or less worked for a company, sure.
Okay.
Okay. South Africa.
Okay, so what was
jail?
it? So this. Okay,
And
so we're
space.
we got two truths.
Which one has she not been to?
I mean, she gotta have. She did the solo. Wait. The solo trip. Where was it to?
South Africa.
Oh damn. Yeah, you're well traveled, but I don't know if you went alone or with Jason. Let's just say I'm gonna say I think that that's true. I'm gonna say you haven't been arrested.
I think I'm gonna go with Africa, because that's a pretty big trip to take alone, I think.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Oh, damn, you're right. You're right. She solo tripped somewhere else, didn't she? Oh no.
Could have been. And then, yeah, I mean,
This works in my favor.
Tempted to think
You
go
delivered
with
them well.
Africa, just because that is quite a thing to do on your own.
I think she purposefully said the last one.
But the space one confuses
she
me.
said
That makes me not
multi-million.
believe
She
it.
paused before the million or whatever, and I
had to do girl math.
Oh, true.
I'm gonna go with the space one because I still don't understand what you meant. So I don't think I don't think that happened.
I'll go with arrested, even though I think it's very possible.
Well, one of us is gonna be right. That's what I love about it when we've all got
yeah.
Completely different answers. I love it.
Yeah, we should. Okay, well we'll keep track
set
of that.
them up.
Yeah, that's good.
Let's see.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
Guesses from chat. Get them in quick.
Yeah, get your guesses in.
Shout out Nat Hooley. Lollipop, yes, you would be terrible at this game. Aliens.
Yeah.
I guess a lot of people don't think that I've done the space thing. Okay.
When moon?
When moon?
When satellite?
All right,
Okay, so
they make you stew for 1 minute, like planking, but like stew in it for 1 whole minute.
We're gonna stew in the thought, in the guess.
Yeah. Make you squirm.
I'll give you 18 seconds.
So people are settling on arrested. They don't believe that you.
It's
made
because
that
you've
journey.
got that. You've got such a.
It's hard
you're
to
a Honey Nut Cheerio. Like you're so sweet. What are they gonna arrest you
Everyone's
for?
saying I'm arrested.
If you just bat your eyelashes and like, I didn't know, like, how are they gonna arrest you for that? Now I'm picturing Allie as like a Bonnie and Clyde. Her and Jason went.
Double it down. All right. It's been about a minute. Okay.
Doubling down on arrested. Okay. Yep.
My lie was solo tripping to Africa.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Damn, you were.
That was good. That was really good.
Nicely
I'm
done.
impressed.
I have been arrested. Wrongfully arrested, but arrested.
You know, that's the best way to be arrested.
Yeah, actually, I guess I could elaborate a little more
Yeah, we
on the
want to hear
story.
about that.
So after I got out of the military, so that was the company I worked for, I was working on a multi-million-dollar satellite constellation, and by that meaning, it was a communication satellite system.
Yeah.
In the most simplest form, I enabled communication for the president. If I messed up my job, we were all doomed. That was some fun times, some good times. I really loved that. And I do have an affinity with space for a lot of things. Fun fact, one of those satellites is called like a space taco. I don't know if it's like an inner circle thing, but I think like we look up space taco. One of them failed to launch properly, and so it is officially a space taco.
That sounds delicious. I want a space taco. Oh my God. Now I gotta dream
All
up
about
what a
the
space
food.
taco would have on it.
Yeah.
Well, then you can have like a watermelon taco and like a jamaica or jicama.
A little cilantro.
Yeah. And then, so when I got out of the military, it was hard to get a job. I tried applying for satellite jobs with like Boeing and all of the other companies, thinking that it'd be an easy shoe-in, especially with on-the-job experience. And I do have a lot of on-the-job experience. That is something that no one has ever done. Like no one else could probably do it. First to command on a satellite, first to do these kind of different things, which was really, really cool, especially when you're like 18.
Oh, yeah.
But if you didn't have a college degree, then you weren't really qualified for a job. And then if you apply for Domino's, you're overqualified because
Oh, yeah.
you're a nerd. How are you going to deliver pizza? Sure, whatever.
Everyone
So then I
knows.
ended up coming back home to Washington, and I was hanging out with some girlfriends. Then we were like, why would we take 5 different cars? Let's just all meet up at one person's house, and then we would converge and be all in one car and go to the club and celebrate. I didn't take care of my car. My car wheels were bald, and
no.
so I hydroplaned on the way back to the house, and I got in a car accident, and I had to flag down somebody to be like, hey, can I log into my Facebook through your phone so I can tell my girlfriends, because I don't memorize their phone numbers, that I've been in an accident and I won't make it to the party. So then the ambulance came by. I turned it down because I couldn't afford that. My mom ended up taking me to the doctors.
Wise.
I found out I broke my foot. All of that kind of transpired into a few weeks later. I didn't realize I had gotten a ticket in the mail for destroying property, because I hit something that was, no, I didn't hit anyone. I didn't hit anything that would cause harm, but it was a wall.
Yeah.
And that was destruction to the Washington state properties of things. So I didn't know I had that ticket. But this ticket was then overdue and I couldn't make the payment. So then eventually when I was able to drive again, I got pulled over. The guy said, did you know that you have a suspended driver's license? And I was like, no, why would I have a suspended driver's license? He's like, well, you didn't pay your ticket. And I was like, what ticket? Like, I haven't been driving in X months. I had a broken foot, like all of this. And he let me off with a warning. He made sure that one of my friends would pick me up or take on the driving. So we did that. And then apparently because of that instance, they gave me another ticket for driving with a suspended driver's license and required me to go to court and appear in court. But that letter never arrived at my house.
Long train of bureaucracy.
Here comes 2 years later. I'm working as a paralegal. Thank God. I'm driving to work and I get pulled over and he's like, did you know that there's a warrant out for your arrest? And I was like, I work in law. What are you talking about? He's like, well, you failed to appear in court. I was like, for what? Like, is it one of my case managers? Like, let me call my boss, all of this stuff. And like you said, no one would ever think to arrest me. When they did the they picked me up and then they had to meet me in this specific county where I was due to be in appearance. The woman who picked me up on the other side to do transporting the criminal, she was like, are you serious? You really think that this woman is a criminal? She's riding up in the front with me. I'm not putting her in the back. And she was she felt so bad. There was clearly miscommunication and everything from there. I had to call my boss and I was like, hey, so I'm not going to work today because I'm calling you from jail. I didn't do anything wrong. Can you help me in all of this? So then I had to go through the whole process. I learned a lot. The paralegal as well. I was making arrangements with the county and everything. And it was really awkward because then I was sitting at the bottom, before going to court in the room with all of the girls. And one of the other girls was just like, I have to go to the bathroom. And she's like, good luck. You're gonna have to wait and hold it until, the court hearing is in a few minutes. So we're about to go. And she's like, we'll have to go to the bathroom. So then she just squats and pees in there. And I was like, this is awkward.
Here we are.
Yeah. I get to here. And then we end up going to the stage for the court thing. And my boss had called the judge, whichever, and was just like, I can't appear in the court, but that's my employee. She didn't do anything wrong. Clearly, there was some failures on behalf of like the system.
Mm-hmm.
You put the system on trial.
That's right.
Yeah, he did. He pretty much did.
Side. You were like a spy.
I was like, thank God.
Well, I'm glad you made it out for sure.
Yeah, I got out. It was a mess, and then
I was kind of right. She wasn't arrested in a dangerous way.
But my face is in the system, so.
Ooh.
Well, there you go. They're lucky for that.
That'll happen.
They've got their own NFT of you.
Yep.
Great. Well, that was quality nonsense.
Yeah. Very, very shocking.
Yeah. All right. Well, we are now going to the real segment that you've all been waiting for with our very special guest, Allie Illustrated of Cardano Women. Woo! There she is.
We just were talking to a fascinating young woman who was telling us about
a criminal, apparently.
A criminal.
As it turns out.
A space girl.
You were talking to a criminal?
Yeah. You wouldn't
Luckily,
expect
she didn't.
But
she didn't rob the studio blind. But
she claimed she didn't do anything wrong.
Hijack the YouTube.
I'm sure we've had other criminals on the show, but she was the first to admit it.
That's right.
She's not a criminal.
Interesting.
Well, welcome Cardano Women. I think it's really crazy that we had Fart scheduled last week, you scheduled this week during the Cardano Girls.
We were early.
We knew.
Mama knows. Mama knows.
Exactly. That's right. It was an intuition. Well, there was a feeling of like we need some women on the show. Like we need some women injected into the show.
It's our new season. Let's make it balanced. Make it a good one. Yeah.
You guys have been doing really awesome. I love you guys' episodes and everything. It's balanced. I like it.
We're finally getting back. Like we started out with 4-hour episodes. Now we know about how long the episode should be. We're just doing short bits of news. Not trying to cover every drop. That was crazy when we did that. But somebody needed to do that.
Good information at the time.
Yeah. There was no way to get it at the time.
Yeah.
And I think like a lot of us kind of had that same feeling, was just like, this is something new. We should all do everything. We had Twitter Spaces for 48 hours with Joe.
Right. Yeah.
Everyone was hosting a space. You had Cardano over coffee, Cardano nights, Cardano.
Wow, yeah.
Cardano.
Real.
Everything Cardano. It was like, it was wild. But we all got burnt out. So
now we're taking it wiser.
Yeah, take a little step.
And there's a lot more convenient steps nowadays, like convenient tools, which makes it.
We're not all using Daedalus anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
AI is so much better. Yeah.
So I've got a few questions for you. I've got a few things that I know y'all are working on that I want to talk about. Yeah, go see him. Let's talk about a little bit about what Cardano Women is. To start off,
a reintroduction. It's been a while. I think
just a quickie, whatever.
We've done like 2 different other episodes before, but it hasn't changed. So Cardano Women is a passion project, more or less, based around wanting to amplify women in the ecosystem. As we've seen, Ethereum, Solana, every chain has women in their respective neighborhoods. And am I freezing? I definitely froze.
You're good. For a second.
So we've all got respective neighborhoods, and I felt like Cardano needed their own. And I asked permission from Hero a while back when doing Cardano nights and everything. We were doing Twitter Spaces, but everything being in the bull market was just wild, and trying to get all my thoughts together on what we wanted to do and how we wanted to do things. So we have a little bit of education. We have a little bit of just wanting to find all of the women in the space. That was hard. Long time. And then
I love that you spotlight like different creators in the space.
It's really nice. Like it gives me like a funny feeling. But I've also mad shout out to the men who shout out women. Like I'll dive into that a little bit more. But men actually submitting women to be amplified is just like really kind of nice. So that's what I love about Cardano, where we have our drama, we have our quirks, we have all of those things. But for the most part, the core of it, Cardano is a pretty strong community. So beyond that, how do you build on top of that kind of community and build more people? And so that's where it goes to the core of Cardano Women is a culture conservation project. And I think I've mentioned it before, but that's called Pangea. More details to come on that later. But yeah, it's just kind of a big, huge umbrella of all kinds of things for women in the ecosystem and wanting to make Web3 accessible to women and everyone from all backgrounds as much as possible. And it's hard to do, but someone's got to do it.
You're doing it. Just like we've been doing the news, you're like, you've never stopped. You've always kept going. And now it's like the perfect time. Like, do you feel like Cardano Girls is representing a huge shift happening in our ecosystem? And were you even, as someone who's kind of in touch with how many women there are to some extent, were you even surprised by how many women came out the woodwork? And like,
a little bit. I was a little thrown off because big shout out to Lily on having that. Like, she's been a great content creator for a number of things. We've seen it with Cardano Spot. We've seen her make funny, videos and skits. And so she gets her rightful, title on that.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm glad that it happened now. I think now was the time for it.
Exactly. Yeah, agreed.
Because if I had tried to do that before or anything like that, it wouldn't have happened. A lot of women were we had a lot of people who were choosing and still people who choose not to dox or choose not to have their anything.
And I think it's good that it happened in a bear market. Before, like after we've all been in a bear together for a while, it's like a sense of camaraderie.
To kind of reinvigorate our imagination, our excitement, reconnect in that sense, like prior to like CNFTCon, like we get our strongest bonds when we're all there and we're all sharing, pictures about the events or whatever events we've gone to, but nothing that's really kept us unified in that form outside of that, right? So I was a little surprised by some people, choosing to dox or choosing different things. On the low, I've kept like a list of women who I've identified. I never actually, told them that they were on a list or anything. I kept it to myself because I thought that was something important to also respect, people's choice, people's, overall their choice. If they want to be docs or not want to be docs, and if they wanted to, then do the amplification thing. And I think that was also how I've managed a lot of that amplification stuff. Because I think I remember way back when I did a big, huge thread of all of the girls. And then I didn't think about the consequences that would happen after that. So I've kind of had to tone it down.
And see where it fits well, and when the right time for it is and stuff. We're all learning a lot here in Web3, so we've all had that type of thing happen.
So no, it's been good.
And I want to hear more about this event calendar on the horizon. I feel like that could be very useful, something we've thought about doing and have been putting off.
Yeah, so a lot of us have complained on Twitter. When is the next Twitter space? Oh my goodness, I didn't see it pop up on my feed because I'm not following someone or it just hasn't been in my algorithm for a long time. And so then I was thinking, how do we expand it from that? Like Super Bullish Radio had a great, run for that. They had like a website that had all of the Twitter spaces on there, and you can request guests, you can do all of these different things, go to respective websites, because that's also the other thing. Like Twitter spaces were one layer, but then people would actually, build on top of that. You got Clay's After Dark with their own website, with merch and all kinds of good stuff, because they've built such a strong community from that. And then outside of that, what else can we add into the events calendar? What would we? Some people have also expressed, I only hear about NFT NYC when NFT NYC is happening. Because again, if it's not right there in front and center in your face, you're not paying attention to it. So the events calendar has a little bit of everything. It's been hard because I've been manually inputting it in, so it's not perfect. But there's a list of events that are like Web3 conferences. So you'll see NFT NYC on there, along with all of the others that are happening outside of the US. Like there's some that are happening in Paris this week. So if you can't afford going to one of those, at least you can probably try to connect with some of your local community members there and not be discouraged by the FOMO that you didn't get a chance to go to the hottest event or whichever.
Yeah.
You can create your own spotlight, your own moments. And then outside of the conferences, there is an art exhibition list. So for like Tyler, if you wanted to try showcasing your art outside of the Web3 space with, what you've been building, you can see that there's more art shows than just Art Basel at the end of the year. You can find something that's within your neighborhood. Maybe even I would like to take the step further, but I can't at the moment. I'm at my bandwidth. But you can at least take the opportunity to do your own research and see how you can apply to be seen at these events. And then, we got JPEG Store with a great list of mints, but not all of the mints make it onto the website. So I would like to build on that. And then, shout out to Think Grow Crypto as well with the When calendar. But again, it's really hard to get all of the information in one spot.
Yeah.
And if women are coming into the ecosystem, they don't know that that's a tool either. So if they happen to stumble on my website, then, there's little breadcrumbs that lead to the other resources. And same thing with Twitter Spaces.
That's how it should be, because otherwise it's too overwhelming.
So you have it all in one spot, but then you can find the respective places, especially if information changes. Like, Tyler, you mentioned your website was meant to drop like 2 weeks ago. Hey, everyone, so sorry, we ran into technical difficulties, updated the dates, and I don't have the opportunity to update the calendar because I'm my own person and I have things in my life that I can't just constantly follow up on that. So all of that is in there. I'm trying to put all of the information in there as well. But there is a submit your own event in there option.
Oh, cool.
So if you have an event, if you have, a regular program of something, you can submit it and then I'll, log it in from there. And then, so on the website, there's 2 different event calendars. There's the all Web3 member calendars that sees everything that I just mentioned. But if you sign up to be a member, which is free to become a member, you can then see a collective specific events calendar, which would showcase local events. So we have people who have volunteered to create their own communities in their neighborhoods.
Yeah.
So if you're in Seattle, there will be a small little hub that would focus on just the Seattle events that were happening, online events such as the Super Shy Chat. I've been hosting some women coffee events. We actually have one coming up this Saturday. If it's pretty small, I keep it really, really intimate in that sense. But if you're a member, then you can see that on the calendar
Nice.
in there. So 2 different calendars. Still, everything is in there, just with an added layer on top of that. So
I like that very much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it looks
I
really
really like
good. The website in general looks really good now.
thank you. It's gone through a lot of growing pains. So I totally feel you, Tyler, with like focusing on the mobile aspect, focusing on the desktop aspect, and making sure that's user friendly. Learning a lot. Never did I have any of this experience before, but can't do it alone. So shout out to Lollipop as well. Her partner. He's helped out with some coding. She's not able to make it to the space right now. She's doing some errands. We've got Nia Mari as well, who's been my how to my wow for a lot of things. Actually, I learned that, and I coined that one from a meeting that we had. A woman was just like, "Oh, she's your how to your wow," and I was like,
"Aw,
so much sense. I'm going to use that for that one." So, yeah, a lot. It's been awesome.
And you've got new Twitter space on the horizon for Cardano women. That's what she said.
Right? Oh my goodness. I can't say that without, you saying it either. So Twitter spaces are coming back, talking about, coming out of retirement, coming out of our holes and stuff like that. we used to host spaces every single day. We had Monday and Friday for the Western Hemisphere English language. Wednesdays was in Spanish. And then we had.
Wow, I forgot about all that.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
So cool.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot. And a lot of us got burnt out. And we also respectfully went after our own ambitions of things as well. So bringing it back, but something that's manageable. We have it on once a month from the respective girls. We've got the news, Alyssa, or Summer.
It's okay. People call me the wrong name so often that I'm just like,
see, I'm doxing you, and I didn't mean to.
You're doxed.
So we got you, and then we've got Glow as well, that girl Glow. And so we respectfully kind of taking a note and really loved how Super Vibes has theirs, giving the, highlights for different accounts, like Moonbeamer will host and Fart will host. Those, I really liked that. So kind of doing the same thing, and at the same time, it makes it manageable for one person at a time to be like, I'll take on the wait and host this week and host whichever. So Thursdays,
do it every week, but it's a lot. Like you have to be doing it every week or close to, but that's a lot for one person. So it's the future. It's the future.
Collectives,
And you've got like yourself who's a mama, so like people just need to realize that we are still people. We're not NPCs on Twitter just doing the things all day, every day. We don't get paid for that or anything. We would like to, but this is something that we dedicate our time for.
Indeed. Totally. Well, that's exciting. I'm certainly excited about it. I'm certainly looking forward to hearing these spaces.
We talk about Cardano, culture things.
And they're Thursdays at 6 Eastern.
Coming up.
But not all. But is there one this week?
Today?
Because we're doing 3 a month.
I think so. Yeah, we're doing 3 a month. So I think today we wanted to take a break, but we'll do one next week.
Yeah.
Especially since we're already doing the news thing right now.
I know.
Just kind of made sense.
There's a lot of us.
Burn you out, Mama. Next week.
Awesome. And
you don't want to see my face all the time.
Another thing, I'm sure we do. The other thing I'm really excited about is this art challenge. Like, I feel like it's a really inspiring prompt, and I like some of the things I've seen people turn in. I wanted to ask you how long people have to submit for the challenge.
So we've learned a lot as well from that. So we started off in January doing it every week. And then it was hard for me to keep up with everyone submitting or people just not having the opportunity, because you've got people who are creating their own work, creating stuff for projects, creating all kinds of stuff. So we ended up shifting it. Mad shout out to Lollipop for this one.
Oh, I see. Okay,
and so it's for 2 weeks. So from April 1st to the 14th, you can either draw it. You can, if you're an AI artist, you can take on that prompt and create your own kind of stuff. It's more or less to create that creativity again, because how many times we talked about burnout. Let's not dismiss that artists experience their own, like it's a whole different layer where you end up reaching, a block, an artist block, a writer's block, creative block, honestly. So if you can't think of something yourself, at least then you can find an opportunity to be inspired, create something else. And that might trigger your muscle to
get you thinking about other things that you want to
get inspired to do other things. So
love it. Yeah.
And we feature it on Instagram. We feature it on Twitter. We do the retweets and everything. And then we have an email newsletter that kind of goes out everyone's trying to do it every Wednesday, but sometimes are a miss. So Wednesdays you get features as a spotlight with your artwork, your information, and things like that. So again, wanting to give attention and respectful highlights to you guys.
Exactly.
Awesome.
That's awesome. That's what should be happening. Giving each other that spotlight.
And it's not just for like the artists. I would think that also the invitation is open for, if you are a poet, absolutely go for it. If you make music, I think that would be really cool. Art comes in many shapes and forms.
I want to hear that Magical Tea Party song. That would be amazing. Yeah. Or you could even cook some delicious tea party delight that's like aesthetically pleasing. Take a picture of that. That would be cool. All right. Well, the ideas are flowing already.
All kinds.
Cool. And then the last thing I really wanted to get into with you is just about if Future Fest has been rescheduled, or FemFest, my bad, and if there's any NFTs in the future.
So yes, and no need to apologize. Big shout out to Future Fest. What they do is incredible, and I think also kind of underrated for a lot of individuals. It's not just for the
Criminally
Cardano
so.
community; it's for everyone. They do so well with making dreams kind of come to life. Like, we've seen spatial galleries, we've seen all of the other things, but this takes it to a whole nother level where like you don't have to do the heavy lifting. They do it for you, and they do it in a way that it's open for everyone. I think like my favorite time was sitting with a group of girls. We were all hanging out and I was like, oh, there's an event going on. So then I pull out my laptop and I go pop it on and they're like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm playing a game essentially, but my friends are all here and they're like, oh my God, that's so cool. Can we watch? And so I had all of the girls just like over me looking over the counter and like seeing how things were done. I was like, yeah, so this is Web3 in a shape or form. Like,
It's
it's
normal.
nothing different than Minecraft or anything like that. It's just more fun with my friends.
Except you get to
So
actually listen to an amazing performance.
amazing performance. We've had art galleries. So talking about the rescheduling, we haven't put in a official date as of yet because they're doing a lot of upgrades and updates with their the systems. So while they're working on that, we're just kind of finessing a few other things and figured that it's serendipitous that we couldn't do it when we wanted to. So we're going to reopen everything. Look at the baby.
Say hi. Can you say hi?
Just wants to hit all the buttons on the
Oh
keyboard.
my.
Aw, can we change that Mickey to like a claymate?
I know, right?
They grow out of your shirt so fast.
I know. We've gotten like all his clothes from other people. It's pretty amazing.
When he gets a little more stable size wise, we'll definitely start decking him out.
Yeah. Definitely. I know. I want to see him in some. Oh my God, we need to get him some merch for sure.
Yes.
He does
Some
have an
baby merch
Aiden
is needed.
onesie.
We've seen a lot of babies come out of the NFT space. Yourself, Zombrie, a few others.
Oh, I've been seeing some lately too.
Mm-hmm. And they're all naming their child Ada.
So true. So true.
So so we'll reopen the open call because we have an artist gallery that we feature in there. I think that was also another opportunity to see it outside of Twitter. It's like a different way to visualize.
And that's
your work.
fully like everybody's already in that. Everybody's already been decided for that, right?
Yes, but we're going to reopen it. So right now, I think there's like 50 people who are being showcased. And that's the other thing that I've really enjoyed. So I didn't open it just to the Web3 people. There's going to be a lot of Web2 artists that have never done anything Web3.
Oh,
they're like,
fun.
sure, a virtual exhibition, we'll try it. And then, so we've got a section with booths for projects like Vesper, Book.io, Project Noom, just like the more cornerstones of what's built Cardano and keeping it in a controlled environment, I guess, in a way, for them to see what is everything and learn a few things, or at least very simply bookmark the tab, because I know I have 100 tabs open to look at later. So that'll be really cool. And then I can't quite dive into all of the details. There's not going to be exactly NFTs, but there will be. It's not a mint or anything, but we'll flesh out some of the details to better explain that in a Twitter space. We just want to make sure that everything works out, because again,
so maybe look for the Twitter space
technology
next Thursday or the one after. For
next Thursday. We actually have a meeting tomorrow, so
perfect.
Next Thursday should be good. Twitter space, talking about it all.
Awesome. Well, I think unless there's anything you want to share, maybe we'll wrap it up here because I gotta deal with this crazy baby. Trevor's spinning him in the computer chair right now. He's in my computer chair laughing and getting spun around. It's cute.
There's always so much to cover, and I think that's something that I've also messed up in previous past by just information dumping everything. If you ever have any questions, feel free to reach out or listen to our Twitter Spaces. I try my best to respond to DMs as quick as possible, but you can find us on CardanoWomen.io. You can find us on Instagram as Cardano Women on Twitter. We also have a Discord, so if you are a Discord person, that it is there for you. It's not a mandatory thing. And talking about Facebook, working on a Facebook group as well. So if anyone
That's a
wants
good idea.
to
I mean,
learn
I
about
feel like
coming
it
into
could
space,
onboard. That could
talking
be
about the education is important. And then if you're going to be at Rare Evo, or if you're interested in going to Rare Evo, we've announced a partnership in some shape or form. So if you
That's
would like a
awesome.
discount code, just see woman with an E 24 gets you a discount off of that. If you're still looking for a booth, feel free to message me and I'll get you connected. And so yeah, no, there's gonna be some. We're cooking up some things.
That's awesome. That's a great
yeah.
partnership. Hopefully, we're going 90% sure.
Okay, so we're gonna do our little sign off.
Okay, Desi, you're gonna be
Let's
part
sign
of
off.
it today. Okay.
Get to that watermelon.
Exactly.
Yeah, true.
That's right. Watermelon avocado.
So we're gonna go around, and you're last, Allie. Let's go.
We saved the best for
CNFT News. I'm Scott Chestnut.
This is Desi. I'm Summer Horse Grave.
I'm with Spaces.
I'm Allie Illustrated from Cardano Women.
And we'll see you next time.